For 100 years, scientists were certain. Ancient humans couldn't survive in dense rainforests. The logic seemed airtight. Too dark, too wet, too hostile, not enough food. Early humans belonged on open savannas, flat land, clear sightlines, easy hunting. Every textbook said it. Every professor taught it. Every nature documentary showed it. Last month, a team of researchers in West Africa proved all of it wrong. They found evidence of people living deep inside a tropical rainforest. Not camping there, not passing through, actually living there, building communities, raising families, generation after generation after generation. For 150,000 years. Let that number sit for a second. When these people first walked into that forest, the Egyptian pyramids were 145,000 years away from being built. Writing didn't exist. Farming didn't exist. The Roman Empire didn't exist. America didn't exist. Nothing we think of as civilization existed anywhere on this planet. And somewhere in West Africa, a group of human beings looked at one of the most dangerous, most complex, most unforgiving environments on Earth and decided to call it home. For longer than all of recorded human history combined. Here's what makes this discovery different from most archaeology news. This isn't a new artifact. It's not a tomb. It's not a lost city. It's the collapse of an assumption that shaped everything we thought we knew about where we came from and what our ancestors were capable of. The savanna theory wasn't a fringe idea. It was consensus. The kind of thing that doesn't get questioned because questioning it would feel like questioning gravity. Early humans needed open land. That was just how it was. The West Africa team wasn't even looking to disprove it. They were following evidence. Stone tools that required real skill to make. Animal bones with butchery marks showing deliberate, systematic food processing. Plant remains that pointed to a diet too sophisticated to be accidental. These weren't people stumbling through a forest hoping to survive. These were people who had cracked the code of one of the hardest ecosystems on the planet, who understood which plants were safe, which animals were worth hunting, which areas flooded in rainy season and which didn't. That knowledge doesn't appear overnight. It gets built across generations, passed down, refined, accumulated over centuries and then millennia, which means the rainforest wasn't just where these people lived. It was their world, the only world they knew, the world their grandparents knew, all the way back further than any civilization in human history has ever lasted. The uncomfortable question this raises isn't just about West Africa. It's about every rainforest on Earth. The Amazon, the Congo Basin, the forests of Southeast Asia, some of the densest, most impenetrable ecosystems on the planet. And also some of the places where archaeological evidence is hardest to find, because the forest eats everything. Wood rots in years. Bone dissolves in decades. Stone tools sink into soil that shifts and swallows and covers things over thousands of years. We haven't found evidence of ancient humans in those forests. But the West Africa discovery raises a question we didn't take seriously before. Is that because they weren't there? Or is it because we stopped looking? Because we assumed there was nothing to find? I keep coming back to the moment someone made this decision. 150,000 years ago, standing at the edge of a dense tropical forest. No map, no knowledge of what's inside, no guarantee of food or safety or shelter. Every survival instinct probably screaming to stay in the open land behind them. And they walked in anyway. We don't know their names. We don't know what they called themselves or what language they spoke or what they believed about the world. The forest took all of that. 150,000 years of living and dying and loving and building, and almost nothing survived except a handful of stone tools and some processed bone and some plant remains that a research team almost didn't look for because the assumption said there was nothing there. But they were there. They were always there. We just finally stopped being certain enough to look.